some thoughts that I would like to share on the subject of ego. And I'm hoping that whoever watches this will feel welcome to share their opinions on the matter by commenting and engaging. The last couple days have been very, I'm not sure what word to use to describe it. An ex of mine that I was talking to for give or take 3 years had blocked me about 2 years ago. We haven't spoken in 2 years. I found out she gets married soon after. She's been married about 2 years within that time frame. I'm on an app, a dating app, about 2 days ago. I'm skipping ahead a little bit. I almost forgot to include one vital piece of information. She sends me a message out of nowhere about 2 to 3 weeks ago, asking if this was my number. I had deleted her number. That morning, I woke up to her message. The message came in around 2 a.m. And I recognized the number, sort of, not exactly. But I looked at her profile picture on WhatsApp, which is where she had sent the message. Enlarged it, and then I noticed it was her. And she had her profile picture was taken with her husband. The guy is a lot older than she is. She just turned 30 back in February. The guy's got to be in his 50s. The guy is a doctor of some sort, maybe a psychologist. And I have a theory as to why they're together, why she decided to marry him. The guy can be her father. You can tell that there's a huge difference in age. I feel that she got with him for the resources that she could get, for what he could do for her, for what he could do to support her. Now she works, she's in human resources. She works with Ernst & Young, a worldwide firm that does accounting maybe? I'm not too sure. Some of you may have heard of Ernst & Young. EY. Offices all over, worldwide. So she could take care of herself. I mean, she doesn't necessarily need a man. Or does she? I feel that she rushed into her marriage with him. Our relationship ended on a negative note. I really did my best to stay respectful to her, no matter what her and I went through, but it was pretty rough. It was a very toxic relationship where I got disrespected by her multiple times. But I still loved her. I still love her. I can confidently say that. But from a distance. That would be for the best for both her and I. For my inner peace. And so that I don't be a bug to her, and I don't want any involvement now that she's in another relationship. I ignored the message that she had sent me. Left her on read. She noticed. She blocked me again. I've been on this dating app on and off for a few years now. And I come across her on it just a couple of days ago. Seems like she's up to no good. Think about it. She had one picture of herself. I have a screenshot. I'll pull it up and show it. Just go to my screenshots list in my gallery. Let me first pull up the picture that showed of her initially messaging me. Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little bit to hide her number. She knew very well. She could see on my profile that my number has stayed the same after all this time. But it seemed to me like she was playing clueless. And that was her initial message asking if my number had changed. Noland, is this your number? Ned is, I've mentioned it before. Ned is short for my full name, but my first name is Noland. Now, fast forward to yesterday or the day before. Here's the profile picture. I took a screenshot of the profile picture, enlarged it. Hopefully it comes out, and it's not coming out too clearly. It's coming out pretty bright. You can tell that this guy is significantly older. And I'll admit, I did some snooping around in the past. That's how I found out that she had got married, when I had a Facebook. I went incognito, but spied a bit. She had blocked me on Facebook as well, but I looked at her family members' Facebooks and this guy's Facebook, and I gathered some intel that way. Was that right for me to do? Maybe not. That's a separate conversation. I'll try to stay focused on the topic at hand right now. Now, my thoughts on this guy, without seeming too bitter, jealous maybe, angered, But I was angered. Maybe I still do have anger in me from the depression I went through. I was depressed for about a year after after our relationship started deteriorating. Took me a lot of time to recover. I'm no longer attached emotionally, that's safe to say. And I'm in a much better position now than I had been before during that process of recovery. Looking at this guy's social media, you may be able to tell almost instantaneously that he's very into himself. He comes off as inauthentic, as a show-off. To me, I'd say the guy's a complete fool. Non-stop posts about them and their relationship. He's mentioned before on posts, forever mine, together forever. Guy's clueless. Little does he know. I'm sure he doesn't know. Because there would be seriously something wrong if he knew and he was fine putting up with that, with what's going on, seemingly behind his back. The guy rubs me off the wrong way. I'm not a fan of his. Let's just keep it at that. I feel that they're using each other. He's showing her off as a trophy wife because of how young she is compared to him, how physically good she looks appearance-wise. And again, she's using him seemingly for his resources, him being a doctor. I don't care what you are, what you do, how much money you have, how much money you make. I care about how real you are as a person. I keep my group very small. I'm very particular, without being rude to people, very particular about who I affiliate with, because I try to be a very authentic individual myself. My ex has shown me what she's capable of. Very, very mean person, very hurtful person. When she's upset, she's ruthless. She's put me down multiple times before. Made me feel really bad about myself. So you can call that emotional, what's the word? Abuse. Very abusive individual. Now, there's two sides to every story, but I'm not going to be able to explain my entire side of the story. She's not here to explain her side of the story. That's not going to be done in a 30-minute video. But what you can do now, watching this, is take my word for it and just listen and try to understand my side of the story. On her profile on this dating app, she only put one picture, no indication whatsoever that she's a married woman. She lied about her age. She had initially put that she's 23. I questioned her about that. After she changed her age again, but remember, she's 30. She changed her age to 34. Read between the lines and think to yourself, why would she do that? That's a different conversation. I'm gonna pull out my phone again and show you her profile picture on the app and the messages exchanged between her and I in the past day. Darn. You cannot see the details at all from the brightness of the screen. You cannot see the details at all. In the screenshot, age 23, her general location, her height. Another detail that caught my attention. On this app, you can put on your profile what you're on the app for. You can choose between networking, friendship, and dating. She put here for friendship. Think about it. Not true. My theory, let's call it a theory, is that this is her cover-up. So that if this ever gets back to her, which it did, and I'm working my way up to that, she could say to defend herself, oh, well, I was on here for looking for friends, for friendship. No. She's on here keeping her options open, looking for different options. Her being on the app for friendship is a cover-up, or was a cover-up. We exchanged a few messages. Then, today, my ego got the best of me. Now, you can let me know if you feel that I did the right thing or not. I feel confident in my decision and what I chose to do. Maybe it didn't come from the best place, because it was a way for me to try to get back at her for the suffering that she had caused me before. You can call it immaturity, sure. What I did was immature. It didn't need to be done, but it's too late now. It's been done. I looked up her husband's Instagram. I'm not a fan of social media. I don't have anything other than Instagram still, and I'm planning on removing that soon. But I don't post at all. Pulled up the guy's profile. Sent him a message. A screenshot of my ex's profile on this app. And a message that was, or that is, you could say, insulting to the guy. I know nothing about him. So I do have to take responsibility for what I did and not being in denial. I admit that my message to him is a bit harsh, a bit rude. Ego makes us do things that we otherwise wouldn't do without it. If there was no ego, people wouldn't be angry and jealous in life, and there would be no problems. I'm going to zoom in a little bit to hide his identity. You're probably not going to be able to see that very clearly. The message reads, "Hey dumbass, your wife is cheating on you." And I attached the screenshot of her profile to back up my my point as evidence. Oh, then what I did was I messaged her, letting her know what I had done. And I'll just read the messages aloud, directly from the screenshot. There's a screenshot of what I had sent her husband, and yeah, you can't see the messages whatsoever. I messaged her, "I had to do it. I've told you before that I have too big of an ego. Now, as you've said before, you can crush my ego if you so choose. I've got too much anger in me. I'll probably get punished for it. If you want to get even with me, do what you feel you need to do if I've caused trouble for you and him." As soon as she read those messages, almost in real time, as I was shortly after I sent them, she deleted her account. So it seems that she was up to no good. But in the past, when her and I got into one of our last arguments, she has made a comment before that she hates people with big egos. She would crush my ego because I had told her before that I've got a big ego, and that is true about me, and that is a flaw. But we've all got it. And that's what makes us flawed. She just read the messages, she didn't respond. I'm not sure what's going to happen next. But from this point forward, it's between her and her husband to manage their relationship. I have zero involvement in that. But I had reached out to a few close friends, guys of mine, guys that I know, and I let them know what I had done, what had happened. And a majority of them disagree with what I did, letting me know that I need to apologize to the guy for what I had sent him. We had a big conversation over a group chat that we have regarding that. I'm not going to apologize and take back what I did. But if what I'm going to stand my ground and not allow anybody, not even my friends, to manipulate me into doing something that I don't agree with. Just because their opinions differ from mine. But if what I did was wrong, I do believe in karma. And maybe what I did to her could be considered to some as karma. That, oh, she deserves that for what she did to you. To me. Or who knows who else she may have hurt. I can only speak for myself and my history with her. I've made wrong decisions where bad things have happened to me, and I do truly believe that that is negative karma that I brought onto myself for actions, negative actions that I've taken in my life. So maybe I'll get bad karma for this. I'll keep you updated. We'll find out. I did feel a sense of guilt, which is why I sent those last few messages that I read after I showed her the screenshot before she deleted her account. Before she had read them, letting her know that I had to do it. I just have too big of an ego. I admitted that I still have a lot of anger in me. So maybe I didn't truly, completely get over her and our past. And that, to be fair, she can get back at me if she so chooses. So in a way, I tried to reason with her. As silly as that may sound, some of you may not be able to understand that. I had to kind of relax and calm myself down. I felt a bit of a sense of guilt after what I had done. Because maybe they'll stay together. Maybe I have damaged, or I'm going to cause damage to their relationship. So I thought about it. And now I'm a bit more relaxed and relieved after what had happened. It's an interesting story that I want to share, and I'm hoping to see some comments of whoever watching this, whoever will be watching this. I want you to share your opinions on the matter.